Yo, what it is? What's up, poetry people? How are you today? How you feeling? How you feeling on that scale from 1 to 100? Are you chilling in the ones? Chilling in the hundreds? Chilling in the 50s? Wherever you happen to be chilling on that scale, I think it's really important to check in on yourself. Let yourself know where you are on that scale, why you might be on that scale. Check in on yourself. Be good to yourself. Thank you for checking in with me. Thank you for hitting that button and seeing this face. Today we're going to be doing a poetry exercise, one of my favorite poetry exercises. It's called a brilliance poem. It's all about celebrating ourselves, and I'm so happy that you're here to do this with me. You can do it with me as you go along, or you can just watch, hang out, let it sink in, and do it at a later date or time. Cool. First and foremost, I'm gonna have a little bit of a dance. You wanna have a little bit of a dance? Let's have a little bit of a dance. Cool, now that we got that dance out of us, it's never a bad time to have a little bit of a dance. Whenever you need a dance, have a dance, huh? Doesn't matter who's around, have a dance, huh? All right, let's get to this poetry business. Before I sit down and do a writing session, I like to take a little bit of a breath. Take a moment, chill with yourself a little bit, check in on yourself a little bit, see what's going on. Think of at least 3 things that you're grateful for. I really think that's something that we don't do enough. Just think of 3 things that you're grateful for, and let it chill in your brain. Take a breath, and then get to my writing session. Before I get to my writing session, what I do is my favorite exercise, which is the brain dump. And if you don't know what the brain dump is, there's another video for it. I made a whole video about the brain dump, but quickly telling you what the brain dump is. The brain dump is what it sounds like. It's getting everything from your brain, dumping it on a piece of paper. Just write and write. You don't worry about spelling. You do not worry about grammar. You do not worry about neatness or messiness. You don't worry about showing anyone. You don't worry about making it good. You don't worry about making it bad. You just chill with yourself. Try to do that for 5 minutes before you start, and that'll clear your head. Check in on yourself, and then, and only then, should we get into the good stuff. So you've done the brain dump. Hopefully you've done the brain dump. If you haven't done the brain dump, do the brain dump. Have you been doing the brain dump? First thing in the morning, get that brain dump on. Before you grab your phone, get that brain dump on. Hang out with yourself before you hang out with the rest of the world. Once you've done the brain dump, then it's all about our brains today. It's all about hanging out with it. What I want you to do is do a brainstorm. Think of at least 10 things that make you brilliant. I know for a lot of people that might be a big number. For a lot of people that might be a really small number. Try to write down at least 10. If you get more than 10, amazing. If you get less than 10, amazing. That's all cool too. So 60 seconds, go. That's 60 seconds of a quick brainstorm of just listing a bunch of things that make you brilliant. You know, if you did struggle or if you didn't do the exercise, just have a quick think. Think of the things that make you brilliant. Are you brilliant because you're a kind person? Are you brilliant because you can backflip better than other people can backflip? Are you brilliant because you're sitting down and watching this video and you're giving yourself a little bit of a moment, a little bit of a break. Are you brilliant because you're kind to your parents? Are you brilliant because that best friend that you have, one time you lent them your something something and then they something something? I don't know why you're brilliant. There's a long list of things that make you brilliant. There's a long list of things that make me brilliant. I think it's really important to celebrate your own brilliance. Now that you've done your brain dump, now that you've done your brainstorm, now is the time to get to our 5-line brilliance poem. It shouldn't take us too long. Chill with me, hang with me. I'm going to guide you through each and every single line of this brilliance poem. Line number 1, are you ready? Line number 1, are you ready? Line number 1, are you ready? Line number 1 is, I want you to write down one reason you are brilliant, but this time, unlike your brainstorm, this time, I want you to write it in a sentence. So, for example, you could write, I am brilliant because I am kind, or I am brilliant because I am smart, or I am brilliant because I sealed that deal back in 2016 that made my company mad money, son. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Or whatever the reason you're brilliant is. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're an absolute legend or something. I don't know. Celebrate that. Celebrate why you're brilliant. I am brilliant because whoosh, get that line done. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. Cool. Now that you've done that, it's line number 2. We're going to learn what a metaphor is. If you know what a metaphor is already, wah, 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 good for you. If you don't know what a metaphor is, wah, 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 we're about to learn what a metaphor is. A metaphor is one of the more useful parts of poetry, as far as I'm concerned. That is, I love metaphors. According to the fancy University Oxford Dictionary, a metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or an action in which it is not literally applicable. I don't really know what that means. I like to simplify things. I like to keep things real simple. So what I define a metaphor as is when you say something is something. When you say one thing is another thing. When you say something is something. So you could say that the world is a stage, or love is a friend of mine, or the night was a blanket, or the carrot was a potato. Okay, maybe the last one wasn't very good to say a carrot is a potato, but as far as I'm concerned, saying a carrot is a potato is a metaphor. Thank you. Pwah. I think that's a pretty good metaphor. The carrot was a potato. I don't know, maybe, but it still counts as a metaphor. That's what a metaphor is. So when you say something is something else. Now, what we're going to do for line number 2 is write a SAL metaphor. And a SAL metaphor is an SAL metaphor. And SAL stand for something, action, location. Something, action, location. And if you put those 3 things into a metaphor, into a SAL metaphor, oof, pwah, 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 you've got a magic metaphor, you've got a great line of poetry. So, say something is something, make that second something do an action, and then make that action in a location. Make sense? Make sense? So I'm going to help you out on the first something. So the first something I want it to be you. So the first something is you, and I want you to say that you are something, and then make that something do an action, and make that action in a location. Something, action, location. Cool? I think you got it. So, for example, you could say that that's one something, am a jumbo jet, that's another something, ready to take off at London Heathrow Airport. I am a jumbo jet ready to take off at London Heathrow Airport. Or, I am a lion hunting his prey in the African savannah. Even though usually it's the female lions that do most of the hunting, I'm just saying. Or, I am a tall tree reaching his arms to the sky in the Amazon rainforest. I am a tall tree reaching his arms to the sky in the Amazon rainforest. All Sal metaphors. So something, action, location. Get this line out. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Are you all done? If you need more time at any time and 60 seconds isn't enough, hit that pause button, chill, breathe, hang out, get that line out. Okay, line number 3. Ooh, we're halfway through. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Line number 3 is imagery. According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of imagery, visually descriptive or figurative language, especially in literary work. Another definition that I found says that imagery means to use figurative language to represent objects, actions, and ideas in such a way that it appeals to our physical senses. I only kind of get what that means. Like I said before, I like to keep things simple, 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 right? So, the way I define imagery is using figurative language to stimulate the senses, right? So the sense that I really like to focus on, the one that we're going to focus on today, is this one, right? Imagery, images, pictures, paint. For me, imagery is all about painting pictures. And what do you need to paint pictures? Color and paint. So what I want to do is choose something that you like about yourself. It could be a physical thing, or it could be someone on the inside. Whatever it is, might be something you like about yourself, just an attribute. Whatever there is about you that you like, it could be, yo, I got some real cool earlobes, or yo, I've got a really cool sense of humor, or yo, I've got a really cool pinky toe. I don't know. Whatever your favorite thing or one of the favorite things that you like about yourself is, think of that. And let's turn that into imagery. So once you've thought of what's something that you really like about yourself, choose a color that you can use to represent that thing that you like about yourself. If you like your eyes and your eyes happen to be blue, don't choose blue, or they happen to be brown, don't choose brown. Let's think outside that box, right? Think outside that box, assign a color to the thing that you like about yourself, and then tell me what type of color it is, and then tell me why you chose that color. I know that's a lot to take in, so let's restart. What I want you to do is choose something you like about yourself. Tell me what color it is and what type of color, and then tell me why you chose that. So, for example, I like my voice. Yeah. Because my voice is really deep. So I could say that my voice is the black of the night because it is smooth and absolutely everywhere. My voice is the black of the night because it is smooth and absolutely everywhere. So the thing I like about myself is my voice. I've said that it's black. It's what type of black? It's the black of the night. Why? Because it is smooth and absolutely everywhere. Another example could be her smile was the yellow of the sun because it left you feeling warm and fuzzy. Her smile was the yellow of the sun because it left you feeling warm and fuzzy. One last example. My feet are baby blue because they are soft and cuddly. Well, they are. You should see my feet, not like legit. My feet, soft and cuddly, man. Anyway, let's move on. So line number 3, imagery. Something you like about yourself. What color is that thing? Why? What type of color? And why did you choose it? 60 seconds. Let's do this. Did you get line number 3 done? Well done. Pwa pwa, shabash. All right, line number 4. You ready for it? Are you ready for it? We've done, what have we done so far? One reason you're brilliant. What do we do after that? Sound metaphor. What do we do after that? Personification. No, imagery. I'm ahead of myself. Personification is next. Gave you the secret. Okay, so line number 4 is personification. According to the good people at the Oxford Dictionary, personification's definition is the attribution of a personal nature or human characteristics to something non-human, or the representation of an abstract quality in human form. I don't fully understand what that means. Let's keep it simple. So, personification, the clues are in the name. So, personification is spelled P-E-R-S-O-N-L-sification. So it starts with the word person, right? That's the part that I want to focus on. It starts with the word person. That always reminds me that it's about personses. So it's about personses and also non-personses. Another way to put it is it's giving human characteristics to an inanimate object. It's giving human attributes to something that isn't alive. So, for example, the lightning danced across the sky, or the thunder clapped all night, or the wind howled as it went through the door, right? Or the potato ate the carrot. To this time, imagine that you can get your hand, put it in your pocket and pull out your brilliance. And then once you pulled out that brilliance, take a look at it, see what's going on with it, and then make it do something. Make it do something that a human would do. Maybe your brilliance dances. Maybe your brilliance sings. Maybe your brilliance does a backflip. And then tell me why. So my brilliance does a backflip because it is full of joy. Or my brilliance does a backflip because it's just skillful. Or my brilliance jumps into other people's selfies because it's a troll. Whatever your brilliance does, make your brilliance do something and then tell me why it did what it did. All right. You know the drill. 60 seconds. Let's do it. Did you do it? Did you get that line down? Is that line number 4? Shabash, shabash, well done, well done. Pwah. Cool. So now that you got line number 4 down, let's move on to line number 5. That's right, that's the last line of our 5-line brilliance poem. Well done if you've made it this far and you've written the poem. If you've just been watching and just like collecting some ideas and hanging out, well done for making it this far too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so a brilliance poem, line number 5. Line number 5 is all about sandwiches. Huh? Sandwiches? Yes, yes, yes. Line number 5 is about sandwiches. It's about putting that bottom piece of bread or that top piece of bread, depending on which way you see things the way you want to see things. Who's anyone to tell anyone which way to see things? Look outside the box or the square or the potato. This is the sandwich line. So what I want you to do is whatever your number 1 line was, make it your number 5 line. Just like a sandwich, we've got 2 pieces of bread, poop, poop, on both ends, and all that tasty, tasty feeling on the inside. But let's not be boring and just rewrite the same line again. No, 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 no. Don't just put a piece of white bread, then another piece of white bread. No, 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 no. Let's put some multigrain down the bottom. Or maybe some brown bread. Or maybe some, I don't know. I only know 3 types of bread. Anyway, so what I want you to do is rewrite your first line, make it your last line, but this time, let's change it. This time, let's edit it. This time, let's think of how we can make it just a little bit better. Can we change a few words? Can we add a few words? Reread your first line a couple of times. I am brilliant because I am kind, or whatever reason you wrote. And then tell me how kind you are. Or tell me... Sorry, sometimes I get distracted. Tell me a different way to say the same line. How can you make it just that little bit better so it sounds just that little bit nicer? That's what poetry is about. It's about getting a little bit better every single day. That's what life's about. It's about getting a little bit better every single day. What you did once, you do a little bit better the next time, and a little bit better the next time, and a little bit better the next time, and you get better and better and better and better and better. It doesn't matter how much we fail at things. It doesn't matter how bad we think we might be at something. If you're persistent at something, and if you keep trying, you get better at it. Whatever your first line was, rewrite it, make it your last line, but change it just a little bit, make it a little bit better. You know the drill by now. You're absolute pros at this. 60 seconds. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Did you do it? Have you got a brilliance poem? Amazing. Last step, reread all of your lines, see if it flows well, see if you can change a few things, and that's it. That's your 5-line brilliance poem. Well done if this is your first brilliance poem. If this is not your first brilliance poem and you've done a brilliance poem before with me in one of my workshops, well done on doing another one. And if you did do the brilliance poem, please put it down there. I'd love to see it in the comment section. If you didn't do the brilliance poem as you went along, please put one down in the comment section right now. Give it a crack, type one out. I love to hear from you guys. It's really, really cool. And I've really, really appreciated all the support that I've gotten on this new YouTube channel. This is very, very new for me to sit in front of a camera and like do this, you know? And I really, really appreciate all the new subscribers, all the people that have given me positive words of advice, and it's been really, really nice. So thank you, thank you, thank you. To all the people that have already subscribed and are watching this video now, well done, poetry people. Big ups. Pwah, pwah. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell icon thing so you know when I'm dropping videos. I'm trying to drop a video every single day. I'm doing my absolute best to do that for you, especially while kids are not at school, in isolation, especially while people are not at work in isolation or working from home. I'm trying to churn out videos for you and give you the best version of myself in those videos. So I'd really, really appreciate your support. Share this video, comment, like, and do check out my other social medias. I just launched a Patreon yesterday. Do check it out if that's something that interests you. I've got all these services on there as well. I'm really, really excited about this journey that we're doing together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been absolute legends. Let's end it with a dance, huh? Have you had a dance today? Have you been dancing? Let's get our dance on. Chua!